Hey there, what is up? So, I have been reading a book called The Christian Secret of a Happy Life, and it was written in the 1800s, so you wouldn't think it has anything to do with what is going on in life today, but I've been getting so much revelation from it, and there was one story in particular that just really struck a chord with me, and I wanted to share it and kind of in perspective to nowadays, not the 1800s, but it made so much sense and it really sat on my heart, and I just want to share it because I hope, someone else feels like this too in the world, and this video they come across this video, but in this story, imagine you're carrying like a heavy bag and you're walking and it doesn't have wheels, so you have to hold it up the whole time, and it's really heavy, it has all of your stuff in it, and it's weighing you down, and a friend pulls up next to you in their car and says, hey, do you want to ride to where you're going? And you're like, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing, thank you so much. So you get in the car and you sit down and you don't put the bag down, you just continue holding it, and it's pressing into you and weighing you down and hurting you, and your friend, looks at you and says, why wouldn't you put the bag down? Just put it down in the seat and you'd be fine. You're like, no, it's way too heavy. It'll be too much of a burden for your car to carry. You're already doing so much. You're already giving me a ride, and I don't want to burden you anymore. It makes absolutely no sense to not put the bag down in the car next to you. So I really saw that as, our burden with God, which I know that's what she was getting at in the story. She was using an example of a wagon, but I just, replace wagon with car. And it's the same thing with, I know I have done it with God, where it says lay your burdens down, but I don't fully lay my burden down because I'm like, oh, it's too much. It's too heavy for God. Nothing is too heavy for God. No burden is too much for God. And we need to know that we can lay it all the way down. We can put it in the passenger seat with God when He's taking us somewhere. We can give Him our burdens completely, and it's not going to affect Him or the journey, because He is so powerful and He is so good that your burden is nothing compared to Him. So I just want to encourage you that if you are like me, and if you have been in a situation where you have been in a car not putting your burden down because you don't want it to affect the car or affect your journey, lay it down to God, because He is greater than any burden that we could ever have. And I just loved the story so much. It really, was a revelation for me of like, why putting a bag down in a car is not going to affect the ability of the car to drive you somewhere if you put the bag down. So why wouldn't we completely give our burden to God? Why wouldn't we take it off of us and give it to Him, so that way He can take it and we can go on the journey together pain-free? Not saying that our lives are pain-free, but He can take those burdens from us, is what I'm trying to say. And it doesn't make sense for us to kind of trust God with our burdens, but not completely, and still hold on to those things, and still take it upon ourselves to carry it and hold it when He's offering to take it for us. So that was just a little revelation that I got from a book that I'm reading. Highly recommend the book. I'm like a third of the way through the book, and I really recommend it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.